So this video I'm about to play is a praise team dancing inside of a church, and they had Marvin Sapp song Never Would Have Made It, but it was a remix playing. But check it out. Now, when I saw this video, I knew what the big fuss was going to be about right off the bat, because here you have Marvin Sapp's song, as I said before, but someone remixed it like back in 2019, and it was remixed with a beat made by a secular rapper. Now, the song, was out like 23 years ago. And so as I'm reading the comments on Facebook, I noticed there were like 3 types of responses about this video. Some felt because a song had, a rapper's beat into it, that, it was inappropriate. And these are the people who, of course, like me, like we know the original song. And then there were people under the comments who don't know the song, but felt the praise dance just overall was inappropriate within God's house. The pastor should have turned it off. The youth needs to be taught on how to respect the house of God. And it's not their traditional praise dance, or what they're used to anyway, because it doesn't line up with their traditions. They just completely rejected it. And of course, there were those who were like, hey, I don't see anything wrong with this. The dance was clean. There was no twerking or anything inappropriate. And they like, hey, this is why the youth don't want to come to the church in the first place, because church folks be overcritical about everything. And I can understand that too. Now, here's my opinion. You may not like it, but I got to give you my opinion. I believe we have to get back to the purpose for the church, which is not the building. God doesn't care how a building is being used, because he doesn't dwell in it anyway. He dwells in his people. So the truth of the matter is, if they moved all the seats to the back and they used the building to practice, to stir up their gift of dance, I don't believe God would have a problem with that. But because the church is so fixated on keeping traditions and keeping God in this box, they miss the bigger purpose for the church. Again, as I said, it's not the building. God doesn't dwell in a building. Now, do I believe these young girls are just trying to be worldly and disrespect God? No. And this is where it takes discernment to know where someone is spiritually, rather than, just saying, oh, they wrong for that. Their pastor wrong for that, and just ready to shut something down. And so the dancing was pure. It didn't lead to impure thoughts. And I believe God truly sees the heart of the matter. And let's be real for a moment. Had Marvin Sapp shown up to speak, most people that's complaining about this video would have been quick to open their pulpits to Marvin Sapp now because of his large platform. Can I be real for a moment here? Church folks will forget that this man supports gay marriage, They will forget, that he allowed Jamal Bryant within his pulpit to lie on Jesus.
85% of Jesus' life, he was out of order. 85% of his life, he was doing what he was not called to do. God, y'all done got quiet. For 85% of his life, he was not flowing in his God-given function.
And this is why I love that God knows the intent of the heart. As scripture says, man looks at the outer appearance, but God judges the heart. People don't discern the motive anymore. If it doesn't line up with their traditions, if it doesn't carry their form of godliness, they reject it. And see, this is why we have many playing church now. And so all I'm saying is there are bigger fish to fry. Now, what I would do if I had access to these young girls is give them a playlist with music I know they will enjoy and can dance to, because even my style of music is rap, R&B, and hip hop. That's what edifies me. And so I'm not knocking this. I believe they should go beyond the four walls and take their gift of dance to the streets. Join talent shows. Start a YouTube channel if they haven't already. And show other girls God can be glorified through dance. It doesn't always have to be about twerking. And if you on TikTok, man, it is so many younger women just on there twerking. Grown people on there twerking. Because we have enough women using their bodies to glorify Satan, if I'm just telling the truth. But these younger girls are just literally dancing. It's not provocative. It's not, none of that. And in my opinion, they did a good job. But just imagine if kids actually see, man, I can dance and glorify God with clean lyrics. Do you know how much of a blessing that would be for people? And so those are my thoughts. Again, you can drop yours below. If this video has helped you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please be sure to do so. Blessings.